What's going on, Collider Games fans? I'm Caboose, and today I'm going to be bringing you guys here a beginner's guide for Fallout 76. Just some quick tips that help me get my footing in the game. Now, I know a lot of people out there are familiar with the franchise and are returning to the Fallout franchise with Fallout 76, but I'm sure there's also going to be plenty of people out there who are newcomers to this game, myself included. So here are just some quick tips to help you get your footing and get a little understanding of the world, as well as some things that you may have not known about that are going to be really helpful in overall with your experience in Fallout 76. So without further ado, let's get into it. My first tip is regarding your Pipboy and a way to change the view of your Pipboy, and this is going to help you a lot. So I know for immersion's sake, it's pretty cool that when you have to pull out your Pipboy, you actually have to like look down and you see your arm and everything. It's pretty cool for the immersion's sake to access the Pipboy that way. However, if you want to ever avoid the chance that you could be attacked by something you didn't even know was coming, change the view of your Pipboy by hitting the button prompt that's listed below. This pulls up a transparent menu in front of you, and that way you can still scroll through and access whatever you need, but still be able to look ahead in case anything dangerous were to approach. And yeah, overall, this can be extremely helpful just in case something is coming your way. You'll be able to see it coming so you can get out of the Pipboy menu and just take that enemy down. And for my next tip, well, this is something that anybody who's familiar with the Fallout franchise will have already known, but like I said, considering that this is a beginner's guide, to let you know, loot everything. There is really no need to be stingy on what you collect in the world of Fallout 76. Just loot literally everything you find. There are stashes located all around the map, and you can always store any unwanted items in the stash, and you can access them at any time that you come across another stash anywhere on the map. So just literally, you kill an enemy, pick up everything that they have. If you're walking around and you see stuff that you can pick it up, because this can also be sold for some caps to some of the vendors around the map. So it's all useful, trust me. Although some of it just seems like garbage or some stuff that you really don't need in your inventory, it all will be useful in some way. So just literally loot everything. And then if you ever find that your inventory is starting to get a little bit full, that's where you can stash stuff in the vault stash that you'll usually have available to you. And then whenever you find another stash around the map, you can access those unwanted items at any time. So just trust me, loot everything. Now, for my next tip, I want to talk about your camp and setting up your camp. Just make sure where you set it up is a place that you want your camp to be for a while. When you first set this up, you want to make sure you're in a place you're certain you are comfortable with for a bit, because if you ever want to move your camp, it's going to cost you caps. So rather than having to waste those caps early on, just make sure as you're traversing through the world of Fallout 76 that you find a place that's convenient for you, but also relatively safe, where you can set up camp, get everything built and get everything going, and then if there ever is a moment down the line where you feel, oh, this place is more convenient, then you can move it after you've built up some caps and saved up some of that currency in the game. But like I said, first thing, when you first build that camp, make sure it's in a bit of a convenient spot for you so that for a while you won't have to spend caps moving your camp from place to place. And my last tip that I want to give you for Fallout 76 is to try and gather some friends to play with. Fallout 76 is best experienced with a group of friends. Even if you can just add some random players in your lobby and invite them to your team, it can be extremely beneficial. Having friends in your lobby gives you access to free fast travel points, and fast travel will usually cost caps otherwise. So even if you just gather some friends together who have their own objectives to complete, you can all just run off and do your own thing, and then that way if you ever need to get across the map without having to travel that distance, you can just fast travel to each other. So like I said, if you don't have necessarily any friends on the console that you're playing Fallout 76 on, or maybe just not a lot of people are getting Fallout 76 that you know, it's best to even just try and add a random person in your lobby and then just invite them to your team. That way at any time, wherever the hell they are on the map, you can go ahead and fast travel to them to close some distance from where you might be for your next objective. It can be really useful, and it saves you on some caps that you might otherwise have to spend in order to do a proper fast travel. And that's it. Those are my overall just beginner tips for Fallout 76. A quick little guide here for you guys. Hopefully it was informative and it was helpful, and if you found this video helpful, a positive rating would be appreciated. And then you can subscribe to the Collider Games channel for more Fallout 76 coverage and overall gaming coverage. I've been Caboose, and I'll see you guys later.